The US Secretary of State hopes the agreement secured during his China trip will markedly improve relations between the world's two largest economies. Antony Blinken wrapped a two-day visit overnight, which included a meeting with President Xi Jinping. It was the first visit by a Secretary of State in 5 years. But as Asia Correspondent Brent O'Halloran reports, major issues were left unresolved.
It wasn't quite a warm embrace.
Good afternoon. 主席好.
The expressions and distance perhaps reflect their nations' relations. In Beijing's Great Hall of the People, the United States' top diplomat and the Chinese leader pledged to improve perilously strained ties.
I appreciate this opportunity to discuss the way forward with you.
The Chinese side has made our position clear, and the two sides have agreed to follow through the common understandings President Biden and I reached in Bali. The two sides have also made progress and reached agreement on some specific issues. This is very good. State-to-state relations should always be based on mutual respect and sincerity. I hope that through this visit, Mr. Secretary, you will make more positive contributions to stabilising China-US relations.
Secretary Blinken's 30-minute chat with President Xi capped 2 days of intense talks.
We have a stop order.
Some of the side's many grievances and the most significant global issues were discussed during meetings with the Foreign Minister and Foreign Affairs Director. Agreements were made to improve communication, work on increasing direct flights, and to set up a working group to deal with the illegal fentanyl trade. While the US pressed China not to provide support for Russia's invasion of Ukraine and to scale back military activity near Taiwan.
I raised U.S. concerns about the PRC's provocative actions in the Taiwan Strait, as well as in the South and East China Seas. On Taiwan, I reiterated the long-standing U.S. One China policy. That policy has not changed.
The Chinese foreign minister was invited to the US, while more senior US officials are expected to visit China in the coming months.
One of the important things for me to do on this trip was to disabuse our Chinese hosts of the notion that we are seeking to economically contain them. We're not. And as I've said, we are not about decoupling, we're about de-risking and diversifying.
There are, of course, still many issues unresolved. Some weren't even raised during Secretary Blinken's visit. Notably, the sides did not agree on re-establishing military-to-military communication channels. Secretary Blinken does leave Beijing with several Chinese commitments, though it will take much more to bring these two countries closer together. Brent O'Halloran, Sky News in Taipei.